Did you know that the secret to transforming your professional life is directly linked to how you perceive reality? The connection between the mind, spirituality, and the quantum universe might be the key to unlocking your true potential at work. On our channel, we explore topics like the law of attraction and spirituality applied to the professional realm, showing how aligning these concepts can open doors to new opportunities and surprising results. Professional life doesn't need to be a daily battle. When we understand that reality responds to our perception and that what we focus on gains strength, we realize we can take control of our destiny. We are not merely reacting to circumstances, we are creating at every moment the version of reality we experience. This is the essence of quantum law, and when you learn to apply it strategically at work, you begin to play at a completely different level. Today, you will discover how to adjust your mindset, redirect your energy, and align your actions to shape a prosperous and meaningful career. Get ready to learn how the balance between attention, acceptance, and intention can transform challenges into springboards and pave the way for professional success. And if you want more content like this, feel free to explore our videos. We have much to share about the connection between spirituality and career growth. Reality works like a game, and understanding how to play can completely transform your professional life. From a quantum perspective, what we observe is not just something external. Our attention and perception directly shape the reality we live in. This concept may seem abstract, but when applied to the professional world, it shows us that the way we perceive situations around us directly influences our results and opportunities. Imagine your career as a board, where every decision, action, or thought represents a move. If you see a challenge at work with a negative perspective, as something unsolvable, you are practically limiting your chances of success. This happens because your focus is on the problem, and since energy follows attention, you end up reinforcing this difficult reality. But if you change the way you look at this challenge and start seeing it as an opportunity for learning or growth, your perception completely alters the next steps in the game. Quantum theory, especially the Copenhagen interpretation, teaches us that the act of observing is not passive. It creates and collapses possible realities. Practically speaking, this means that how you perceive your work environment, your colleagues, and even your abilities shapes what manifests in your career. If you see yourself as someone limited or incapable of reaching goals, you reinforce this vision internally, and it starts influencing your actions and results. However, by seeing yourself as a competent, resilient professional capable of overcoming challenges, you create a scenario where this positive perception attracts solutions and opportunities. Your professional reality is a direct reflection of how you choose to observe it. When you decide to look at your tasks, goals, or obstacles as chances for growth rather than insurmountable problems, the game shifts in your favor. The key is to remember that you are not merely reacting to circumstances, you are actively shaping what happens around you. What you choose to observe with focus and intention determines the unfolding of your professional life. Understanding that reality is malleable and responds to your attention opens up a universe of possibilities. Like in a game, every move made with clarity and strategy changes the course of the match. And on the board of your career, this means you can choose how to play and what outcomes you want to achieve. In the professional environment, attention is one of the most powerful tools you have because it directs the flow of energy. The concept that where focus goes, energy flows is especially true when it comes to achieving success at work. Everything you focus your attention on gains strength, whether positive or negative, and ends up shaping your professional experiences. There are two types of attention we use: polar and non-polar. Polar attention is that which attracts or repels realities depending on the emotional content we carry. For instance, if you constantly focus on avoiding failure or fear-making mistakes, you end up investing energy in these scenarios and, as a result, attract more situations that reinforce these fears. A professional who is always worried about being fired, for example, might transmit insecurity and end up creating precisely the conditions they fear. On the other hand, when your polar attention is positively directed toward opportunities, growth, and solutions, you attract circumstances that reflect this posture. Imagine a leader who, instead of focusing on the team's problems, places their attention on strategies to motivate and engage their collaborators. This focus not only resolves challenges, but also creates a more productive and harmonious environment. Non-polar attention, however, is neutral and has the power to dissolve negative situations. When you face a problem at work, such as a complicated project or critical feedback, your emotional reaction determines the impact it will have. If you focus on fear or frustration, you strengthen these emotions and possibly aggravate the situation. But by addressing the problem with neutral attention, without judging it as good or bad, it loses its emotional weight and becomes merely an event to be resolved. This neutral approach allows you to handle situations more rationally and effectively without being consumed by stress. Attention is the filter that defines which realities you will experience in your professional life. When you channel your energy into growth, learning, and opportunities, you are creating a fertile ground for success. However, if your attention is stuck on worries, fears, or limitations, you are feeding these undesired realities. Consciously managing your attention at work is the first step to transforming your professional reality. Each time you choose to focus on what can go right instead of what might go wrong, you are directing energy toward more favorable outcomes. And as in any game, those who learn to use their attention strategically gain a decisive advantage on the career board. Professional life is filled with challenges, tight deadlines, conflicts among colleagues, difficult-to-reach goals, and unexpected situations that can leave us frustrated or demotivated. However, the way you choose to react to these challenges is what truly determines your success. This is where the technique of acceptance and redirection comes in, capable of transforming seemingly insurmountable obstacles into opportunities for growth and advancement at work. Acceptance of a situation doesn't mean conforming or giving up, but rather ceasing emotional resistance to it. When you resist a problem, you assign it a negative emotional charge, which only increases your difficulty in dealing with the situation. For example, imagine you received negative feedback in a meeting. Your initial reaction might be irritation or defensiveness, thinking, "This is unfair," or "I will never be recognized for my effort." This resistance only intensifies negative emotions and blocks your ability to resolve the issue. On the other hand, acceptance allows you to look at the situation as it really is, without judgment. You might think, "All right, I received this feedback. How can I use it to improve my performance?" When you accept the facts without attaching yourself to fear or frustration, you create space to act constructively. Acceptance is like releasing the energy that was trapped in resistance, allowing it to flow again and unlock new solutions. Once you accept the situation, the next step is to redirect your attention to what you want to achieve. Instead of focusing on the problem, turn your focus to the results you wish to create. If you're dealing with a project that seems impossible to complete, ask yourself, "What can I accomplish today to move forward?" Or, "What can I learn from this experience?" This redirection not only changes your mindset, but also adjusts your actions to align with practical and productive solutions. This technique also applies to larger situations, like unexpected job changes or unmet goals. If you're dealing with the frustration of losing a promotion, for instance, Accepting what happened helps reduce the emotional weight of the moment. Then, redirecting your focus to new opportunities or ways to develop professionally will allow you to use that experience as a stepping stone to the next level. Acceptance and redirection are like changing strategies in a game. When something doesn't go as planned, insisting on the error or resisting reality only hinders progress. But by accepting the situation and redirecting your energy toward a new approach, you regain control of the game. In the professional world, this means turning challenges into learning opportunities, frustrations into motivation, and obstacles into steps toward success. One of the greatest challenges in professional life is overcoming the emotional blocks we carry from the past, which often sabotage our performance and decisions. Traumas, negative experiences, and fears accumulated over time create patterns that unconsciously repeat, influencing how we handle situations in the present. These blocks, if left unaddressed, can impede growth and keep us stuck in cycles of dissatisfaction at work. Think of someone who was constantly criticized in previous jobs or even by family members or others. They may start to believe they will never be good enough, and this thought follows them into every new project or performance evaluation. This not only affects their confidence, but also shapes their demeanor, making them more withdrawn or defensive. This emotional reaction creates a cycle where the fear of criticism continues to attract situations that reinforce the negative belief. Jesus taught that the truth will set us free, John 8:32, and this also applies to the emotional blocks we face. The truth here is to recognize that these limiting beliefs do not define who you are, but reflect a pattern that can be transformed. The first step is bringing these fears or traumas to consciousness. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of in this situation? Is this fear based on something real or on past experiences that don't need to be repeated? Once you identify these blocks, acceptance becomes essential. Accepting the fear or trauma doesn't mean agreeing with it, but rather being willing to acknowledge it without resistance. The more you resist or try to ignore these emotions, the stronger they become over you. Conversely, by accepting that this fear exists, you begin to strip it of its power over your life. The next step is to replace resistance with intentional action. For instance, if you're afraid of taking on greater responsibilities at work because you've failed in the past, start with small actions that reinforce your capability. Seek to develop skills, ask for constructive feedback, and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Each time you act, you're creating new experiences that replace negative patterns with empowering beliefs. Another important aspect is learning to process old emotions that still affect your current decisions. Jesus also taught us to forgive, both ourselves and others. If the emotional block stems from mistakes you made in the past, allow yourself forgiveness and see it as part of your learning process. If the block relates to how you were treated by bosses, colleagues, or unjust situations, working on forgiveness will free the emotional energy trapped in those events. Overcoming emotional blocks is like clearing the ground so that new opportunities can flourish. When you start addressing your fears, traumas, and limiting beliefs consciously and intentionally, you create space for your career to progress with freedom and clarity. Remember, your past may have shaped your starting point, but it doesn't define your professional destination. Transformation is within your reach. You just need to choose to see these barriers as steps to reach the next level. To achieve success in professional life, it is essential to become a strategic player in the game of reality. This means aligning your mind, actions, and energy to intentionally create the results you desire. In the quantum universe, attention and conscious choices play a crucial role in manifesting reality. When we apply this concept to work, we realize that clarity and focus are the tools that make us masters of our professional destiny. It all starts with aligning your goals with the energy you're investing in your actions. Imagine a chess player. They don't make random moves. Every action is planned with a clear purpose, considering future possibilities. In the workplace, this means setting specific goals, planning concrete steps, and aligning your daily decisions with the future you want to create. When you act with clarity, you avoid wasting energy on distractions or tasks that don't contribute to your progress. This alignment also requires a long-term mindset. Often we focus only on immediate results, not realizing that true professional success is built with consistency. Just like in a strategic game, every small action contributes to the bigger picture. If you dedicate time to developing your skills, cultivating good workplace relationships, and focusing on solutions instead of problems, you are building a solid foundation that will propel you forward. Another fundamental aspect of becoming the master player in your career is learning to adjust your approach as the game progresses. Not everything will always go as planned, but success doesn't depend on the absence of problems. It depends on your ability to adapt and redirect your focus. As discussed earlier, by accepting situations with neutrality and redirecting your attention to solutions, you regain control and transform setbacks into opportunities for growth. Additionally, understanding that your emotions are part of the game is essential. Your emotional state directly affects your decisions and the results you attract. Cultivating gratitude, confidence, and a positive mindset in the professional environment is not just a spiritual practice, it's an effective strategy. When you enter a meeting or face a challenge with confident and balanced energy, you convey this to others and create a favorable environment for achieving your goals. Finally, aligning yourself professionally with quantum principles means recognizing that you are the creator of your reality. Instead of feeling like a piece reacting to circumstances, you can choose to be the player determining the board's moves. This requires clarity of vision, intentional actions, and the courage to trust your potential. Remember that professional success is not a matter of luck or chance, but of strategy, persistence, and alignment with your goals. When you take control of the game, adjust your actions to your purpose, and keep your attention focused on what you want, victory ceases to be a distant possibility and becomes a reality in the making. Transforming your professional reality is not a matter of chance, but of strategy and clarity. By understanding how attention directs your energy, how to accept and redirect challenges, and how to align your actions with your goals, you take on the role of the creator of your professional journey. Quantum law teaches us that every choice and thought influences what we experience. And now you have the tools to do this consciously and powerfully. Remember that success is built with small strategic moves, a focused mind, and the ability to see challenges as opportunities. You have the power to transform your career and create the reality you desire. The secret lies in how you choose to observe and act. If these insights were valuable to you, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who could benefit from it, and subscribe to the channel to keep receiving content that can transform your life. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video.